Hey, what's up, online community? And thanks for stopping by and checking out another segment of Straight No Chaser, where I get to talk sports and culture for fans, all the times with the fans. Now, today's show is a very special show to me because it is the first show of 2021. That's right, our first show, 2021. And with that, I have a very special guest with joining me today because, as we all know, at the beginning of the new year, many people commit to different types of lifestyle changes. They have goals that they set for themselves. And I wanted to bring in this person because I think her story can be an inspiration to those people out there that are looking at making a health and wellness lifestyle change or just looking for a little bit of motivation. So I'd like to welcome to today's show, Ursula Morrow Carter. Thank you for joining me on Straight No Chaser. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So today's guest, Ursula, she is a she is a bodybuilding competitor. She's competed in physique, and she will also be moving into competitive bodybuilding for women. So with that, I know there are many people that have New Year's resolutions, they have goals, lifestyle changes, but to hear her story is truly immaculate. And having known Ursula for some time and seen the transformation and the evolution of where she just set a simple goal for herself to now expanding upon that and being one of the up and rising competitors in the industry, I wanted to be able to share that with you. But before we get into it, you know how we do it. Grab your favorite libation, raise them up, and we're about to get into it. Straight No Chaser. Salud. Move on to that. I want to go back to meals because you talked several times, a couple times about meals and calories and bulking and shredding. And you in your last piece, you just talked about this. In some instances, you may be eating 6 times a day. Just briefly, what does, for the average person at home, and for myself who can't really grasp what that looks like, what does 6 meals a day look like when you're bulking? And what does, your meal look like when you're shredding? Just to kind of give us an idea of some food that you may have at a sitting so we can really grasp the concept magnitude.
Yeah, so like this morning, I just ate some cream of rice. I didn't even know cream of rice existed until I started this. But cream of rice is really huge for bodybuilders for breakfast. It's a grain, it's rice. We're big on rice. And I tend to add protein to it and blueberries so that I'm getting all that stuff in one meal. And then the next time I may come in, depending on what time of the day it is, if it's after a workout, I may just do like a protein shake or a smoothie with banana and peanut butter in it. So I'm getting the protein to replenish all the muscles and stuff after the workout. And then from there, you're typically eating, for men, it's going to be more, but for me, like maybe 6 ounces of salmon during the bulking phase and 150 grams of some type of carb, whether it be white rice, sweet potatoes, white potatoes, something like that. And we don't differentiate between brown rice and white rice, either one. I typically eat jasmine rice.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. So that's, and pretty much like the salmon, chicken, these are the proteins that we typically, lean proteins. So salmon, chicken, a lean cut of steak, like a New York strip steak, one that's not as fatty. Those are kind of your proteins. And for those last few meals, that's what you're doing. You're getting 6 ounces of protein, 150 grams of some type of carb during the bulking phase. Now, during the shredding phase, my breakfast may dwindle down to as much as 4 or 5 hard-boiled egg whites. Correction, 6. 6 boiled egg whites is what I was eating because I was hating 6 boiled egg whites. It was horrible. And like an avocado, so it's healthy fat. So it may be boiled egg whites, a half an avocado. And then the rest of my meals for the day, it was stuff like tilapia is huge towards the shredding because it's a very lean fish. So it was like tilapia and asparagus, or egg whites and asparagus, tuna fish and asparagus. And then sometimes towards the end, notice I'm saying asparagus and not rice or potatoes because there were no carbs, which is why my calorie consumption was so low, because by now you gradually move into that, dropping all the carbs out, whatever, because you might start lowering it where they may say, okay, 80 grams carbs now. Okay, only 50 grams of carbs, 0 fats on this day. And they begin to cycle your carb intake. Like you may have a high carb day just to because that kind of jolts your metabolism to get it back on track. Because if you eat really low carbs for a long period of time and never increase it at all, your body starts to stabilize. Like you see people who they get so far and they can't lose any more weight.
Yeah.
That's probably why their body has gotten accustomed to whatever it is they're doing. And so now it doesn't change because ain't nothing changed. So they'll give you a high carb day and you'll eat more carbs and it'll stabilize. But towards the end, you're pretty much just eating a really lean protein and some vegetables to get ready to get on stage.
So it's more than just when people think, you know, I want to start working out. I'm going to start building, you know, I can do this. You know, it's, hey, I'm in pretty good shape. You know, I used to consider myself in pretty good shape. You know, COVID is.
You look fine. You look.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, what can I say? I just dated myself with a Freddie Boom Boom watch to welcome back.
Yes, you did.
So,
I don't pretend like I don't know what you're talking about because I'm still young.
Exactly. You know, two old folks just having a good time.